What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Manga Madhouse, a channel where I, Darian, take you through my manga collection journey and we talk about everything manga. So if you want to join a tight-knit community of people who love manga, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of this video, in today's video we're going to be talking about our February manga haul. This manga haul has some great manga in it, some new series, some old series. We complete some series, a lot of stuff in here. This will probably be my biggest manga haul. Probably as far as like costs for a little bit, just because of the fact that, as you all know, my wife and I are expecting a child in April. So excited for that. So obviously my money has to go to that. There will be manga being bought. The manga hauls will not stop. It just obviously won't be as big as like this one, because I think this one's like over 40 volumes. So anyway, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Let's go ahead and get into the haul. All right, let's get started with the haul. So the first manga that I got in this month's haul is Don Da Don. There's volume 1 and there's volume 4. I got this based on a recommendation that someone had in the comment section. He comments like almost on every video. And so I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and get it. I know you see volumes 1 and 4 right here, but 2 and 3 actually were in another shipment in the mail, and they're just like, I don't know. It said it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, and then it didn't come yesterday, and then it didn't come today either. So I don't know. We'll see, but I wasn't going to wait to do this video. So there's volumes 1 and 4. From what I know about Don Da Don, it's basically just a manga that doesn't really take itself seriously, but it has good art, good fights. And I mean, that's really it. What more could you want? So it seems like it will be a good time. I actually, when I got it, I was like, it might be something I'll read eventually. And I'm trying a new camera angle, so I'm trying to make sure I don't know, this night might be messed up. Either way, this manga seemed like it'll be a very good time, and I mean, what more could you want? So it may be a little different. Like I said, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. I've seen nothing but good things about it, so I will be looking forward to getting it. Reading it, because when I first got it, I really had no intention of reading it right away, but the more I kind of look at it, the more I'm kind of interested in maybe cracking open a few chapters. So yeah, definitely looking forward to reading more, or start to read Don Da Don. Next up, we have Mob Psycho, volume 13. I'm currently like on volume 10 or 11, I believe. So, I mean, yeah, Mob Psycho was cool. It's not, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with this manga series, and there's not really too many things to say about it right now because I haven't read it in a while. I'm kind of been in the same place, like chapter 90 or something like that, the last couple of weeks. But I'll eventually finish it, or eventually keep reading it until I catch up to the physical copies. But I mean, I don't know. I think you should check it out. There's some very good stuff in here. It's just a matter of if it's something you would be interested in, if it's something that can keep your attention, because it does get almost a little too wacky at times. So yeah, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a bad thing. However, it is what it is. Next, we have Chainsaw Man, volume 14. You know how I feel about Chainsaw Man. I think it's probably one of the better ongoing series right now, at least that I've have experienced. I have a list of like my favorite manga, quote unquote, of all time. So basically, since I've been reading Chainsaw Man, I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. I honestly can't, but obviously 1 or 2 being really good. I mean, I think I just did my video where I reviewed chapter 155, and I think y'all really like that. So I'll continue to do those videos where I just cover week to week, as far as like what am I reading, and kind of like do my reviews that way instead of just doing a video dedicated to a review, because those don't typically do well on this channel. But y'all do like it when it's like a little more conversational, so I'll try to keep that in mind and do that going forward. But yeah, Chainsaw Man, really good. There's not really much to say about it. This next series I'm excited about. I got the first 3 volumes, even though one of the volumes is different from the others. It did not look that way when I ordered it, but we could talk about that once I show you. But that is Slam Dunk. I got the first 3 volumes of Slam Dunk by Takehiko Inu. He also did Vagabond. He did Real. He did Slam Dunk, of course. So yeah, definitely been looking forward to getting Slam Dunk at some point. I'm glad I finally got it. If you cannot tell by the spine, this is how they're different, because this spine has like the Shonen Jump symbol kind of like this way, and this one is this way. I don't really know which one I like more, or if that's something that's like by design. I gotta look it up, but I want to decide how do I want to continue collecting, and then volume 3 kind of is similar to what volume 2 is like. So maybe I should just stick with volume 2 and how that looks, and maybe try to find a volume 1 like it. I don't know. I don't know the story behind it, but either way, basketball manga, a lot of people enjoy it. I'm still not into sports manga yet. I have some like The Boxer and Blue Lock I actually still want to read, but I mean, I couldn't ignore this for much longer just because I've heard so many good things about it. It looks good. I know more about Takehiko Inu more, so if I'm pronouncing that right. So I'm more willing to be ready to read this. So I will continue collecting it. It might not be something I'll read right away, but considering I don't think it's easy to get, as time goes, I will continue collecting that. Next, we have volumes 5 through 7 for A Silent Voice. I know a lot of people were saying this is really good, and I had a couple of people tell me, let's see if I get that right. It may not be the straightest, but it'll be all right. I had some people tell me that maybe I should try, checking out the movie. Not that I shouldn't read the manga just by checking out the movie, but they were saying the movie's good too. So I definitely will check that out. I mean, it looks like a good, wholesome series. That's kind of the main reason why I got it. And it's a little different. I think I'm supposed to be reading it this year. I don't know. I got to check my TBR, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be reading it. And I noticed I didn't have all the volumes, so might as well get them all. So I got them all now, and we will definitely be reading that. And of course, you will know more about that once I get there. Next, we have, this is all Jujutsu Kaisen actually. Okay, reaching over. We have Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm going to just do one by one. We have Jujutsu Kaisen volumes 14 through 21, and I believe I'm now caught up with the physical editions, like all the physical copies that are out. I don't know if 22's out. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I love to be corrected. But yeah, 14 through 22. Jujutsu Kaisen is great. I mean, we all know how good Jujutsu Kaisen is. I still have not got caught up with the anime yet, so I know I'm behind. But part of me just is like thinking, look, the art on here is just insane. But part of me just feels as though maybe I should just read the manga and call it a day. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I mean, the series is great. I know that where I'm at in the anime, of course, like I said, I'm not caught up. I'm like at the beginning of season 2 or maybe like mid season 2. So I would like to kind of catch up, but it's just hard, man. Life gets in the way. A lot of stuff is going on, but I mean, maybe reading it will take even longer. So maybe I should just go ahead and kind of thug it out and continue to watch the anime. But either way, I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen, I just love everything about that show. I love the fighting. I love the art. I love just almost everything about it. I know the story maybe not be the greatest story of all time, but it's just something about the presentation of it and just how the story is framed at what makes it so good. Because I'll be lying to you if I told you it's any different from anything else anybody does. But it's just that the way it's presented kind of allows it to get away with kind of typical shonen tropes because the way they packaged it. So I think they get away with some of that in a good way, not get away in a bad way. Next, I think a lot of people are going to be excited to see these. Next, I have the first 3 of JoJo's. I have part 1, so Phantom Blood. I've seen like the first 15 episodes of JoJo's and I thought it was like cool, but I figured why not get the manga because it was like on sale on Amazon. So I went ahead and got it. What's crazy is that volume, can you see them all? And is it straight? I don't know. It's going to be crooked. Oh well. The crazy thing is the first 2 were on sale on Amazon. And I was like, okay, great. But then I could not find 3. And I was like, am I going to wait for 3? I don't know. So I went ahead and I was like, I'm going to just order 1 and 2. I should be able to go to Barnes & Noble and get 3. Was not able to go to Barnes & Noble and get 3. So I was kind of like bummed out. And then I was like, there's one more place called Second and Charles where I live at. So I was like, let me check there and see if they have it. And sure enough, they had it. So luckily, Second and Charles, shout out to them, came in clutch because I literally got that maybe 3 hours ago. So yeah, JoJo's. I know every part is different. I know like a lot about the story. However, I don't know everything about the story. But from what I watched, once you kind of immerse yourself into the world and understand what's going on, to me becomes a lot better. So if you're someone that's kind of on the fence, I say stick through it and see how you feel then. But from what I got, I thoroughly enjoyed it. and I just really haven't found time to go back to it as far as the anime. I think reading the manga should suffice, especially with all the parts and the way the book is, how the way they package these mangas. So, yeah, definitely check out JoJo's. I'm glad to have that added to my collection. I'll check these 3 out, and then if I like them enough, maybe I'll go ahead. Oh, and here's the spines, and maybe I'll go ahead and get the others as well, because we all know how popular of a series that JoJo's is. Next, we have something that if you're an OG of the channel, you will remember this series, and I kind of got it and never talked about it again. And I was like, you know what? Let me finish it, and maybe it'll incline me to read it. And that is the last 3 volumes of Girls Last Tour. Nothing but great things I've heard said about this manga series. I personally just have not got around to reading it. It was one of the first series I bought because I was getting stuff that, like, of course, I was familiar with. This was something that I, heard a lot of people talk highly of, and so I went ahead and got it. And still have not read it, but I was like, you know what? 6 volumes. Let me collect them all, and then maybe I'll be more inclined to read it. It's just about these. I mean, essentially the name kind of gives it away, but essentially it's about these girls who live in this dystopic world, and they're kind of just trying to get through it together as they go on their adventures. And just by the covers alone, I mean, it just makes you want to read them. So definitely check it out, because it's the 2 girls on the what is that, a tank or some type of it looks like some type of military vehicle, and then here and there in the cold. It's just overall the covers on all of them are compelling enough to make you want to read it. All right, so now we're going to go to this right hand stack. So you'll see me pull books on the right hand. I have one more left hand stack of books, but we'll get to that last. So next we have, as I reach to the right, maybe I didn't think about this thoroughly, but either way, we have volumes, what is this, 3 through 5 for 20th Century Boys. I mean, you know that I'm looking forward to reading this. I just need to collect them all. I'm actually running out a lot. I needed like more shelf space. Either way, 20th Century Boys, there's not much for me to say about it except that it's hard to find. That's kind of been the biggest thing about me not really wanting to read it. As you all know, I try my hardest to not read online manga just because I want to not look at a screen. Anyway, that's kind of the biggest reason why I really haven't started, because I want to. I mean, every day I kind of look at it and be like, oh, just read the first volume. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it's also like, I can hold off. But it's hard. It's not easy to find these series. It's not easy to find these volumes. So shout out to I think I got all of these from Crunchyroll, but in 2 separate orders. But shout out to Crunchyroll for having these available when you did, because it definitely helped me out. I mean, and the spines on these look just so good. They just look really good. I can't wait to start reading that series full time instead of just hoping about it. Next, hey, look, it is basketball season, so of course we're going to have more basketball talk. Here we have the first 3 volumes of Real. And Real is a basketball series by the same guy who wrote the mangaka of Vagabond and the mangaka of Slam Dunk. Real is another basketball story, except it's about these people who are in who had accidents, I believe. So yeah, they all have had a motorcycle accident, bone cancer, and a speeding truck crashing into a boy on a stolen bicycle. Tragic, life-changing events turn the worlds of 3 young men upside down. These 3 very different personalities have only one thing in common: their passion for basketball. So obviously sounds crazy, but the art, I mean, you can tell by the front, the art in this is just so good. And I mean, we know Takehiko, we know typically kind of what his art looks like. Like I said, Vagabond, Slam Dunk, he has good art. I would love to kind of do now I call it Beyond the Spine instead of Break the Spine. I still don't know which one I like. I think I might stick with Beyond the Spine. Either way, I think I really want to do one on him. And now that I've noticed, you see that this is things that I like to bring on the channel. I ordered all these from the same spot. I ordered them all from Crunchyroll at the same time. And if you can't tell, this one has the SIG on it, but this one has a different symbol on it. I don't know. There might be a story to that, and then the Viz are different. That stuff bothers me because the spine is what sticks out. So if there's no uniformity in it, it's kind of like, eh. And it's not going to drive me insane because it's not like I'm going to be looking that hard, but it is a little, I wish it was a little better, a little more uniformed. All right, next we have The Boxer by JH. I mean, there's not really much to say about The Boxer. The Boxer is a story that I just really enjoy. I keep saying I'm going to read it, and every time I say I'm going to continue reading it as I'm reading it online, I see a new volume come out, and now it's like, okay, well, I'm no longer caught up with the physical copies now, so let me go ahead and get it. And that's exactly what happened here. So yeah, The Boxer by JH, great manga if you're into sports manga, but also just great for if you're into boxing. But it's also just a great manga overall. I thoroughly enjoy it. I like the kind of the way the art captures the different characters. I love how the different characters. The one thing is that it feels like the main guy, is a little too strong, but I think it works out because there's other things that surround like the boxing itself that kind of make you care. It's not like One Punch Man necessarily, but it is, still a little. You get the point. Either way, next up we have by the same. Is it mangaka when it's a manhwa? I don't know, but we have The Horizon by the same person, JH, and this one is The Horizon is about this boy and this girl who essentially don't have anything and are just kind of trying to go through life together. I heard that this is really sad and tough to get through, so of course I had to get it, but. The art in here looks incredible the same way the art in The Boxer looks incredible. I would open, but sometimes, and it's whatever. But see, the art in here looks good. Maybe that wasn't a good example, but oh my God, look at this panel right here. All right, let me close it before I get in trouble because I know people get in trouble for that. But the art looks fantastic. I really enjoy this manga. I really look forward to this manga. I think I'm going to enjoy it. That's what I was trying to say, but here is very late in the day, so my words are tripping up over themselves, but yeah, look forward to reading this. Three volumes. It's not going to be hard to go ahead and get through. Solid story from everything that I've heard. Next, we have, maybe I should have put all these together. Next, we have Volume 3 of Vagabond. So Vagabond is a series, as you know, that I was like, this will be the highlight of my manga collecting career. Collecting Vagabond because it's just everything I've heard about it is like right up my alley. So I was like, I definitely got to get it. So anytime I'm ordering manga, I make sure I get a copy of Vagabond if I can. This is Volume 3. I'll check Barnes & Noble. I'll check Crunchyroll. I'll check wherever I can and just order a volume. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'm kind of caught up and have them all. We will see, but I will hunt these down and continue ordering them as much as I can because I just can't wait to read that. Next, Gantz or Gantz, whatever you want to call it. As I reach over, wrapped in plastic, so it's fantastic. That's what I like to say as I just made that. I think I made that up like a couple of videos ago, but you get the point. Gantz is a story that I actually don't know too much about, but I hear so much about it, and it is on my TBR for this year. And as I was looking at my TBR, maybe a couple weeks ago, I realized I didn't have all the volumes of Gantz because I was kind of just doing like an inventory and just saying, all right, if what's on my TBR, do I have what I need to, kind of complete it? Didn't have the last 2 volumes, so I went ahead and got it. Gantz is now complete. Look, volume 12 of the Omnibus edition is insane. That's a thick book right there, but looking forward to get to it. Heard great things about Gantz. They say you're either going to hate it or you're going to love it. I think I'm going to love it. I just think there's something about it. I think I'm going to love it. All right, so now we're kind of getting close to the end here. All right, let me grab these. I think y'all are going to really like these. All right, so for the first one, Tokyo Revengers. I don't even remember what part of the manga this is because I went ahead and read it online. But Tokyo Revengers, I love it despite the bad things that are said about it. I still enjoy it. I know that it falls off kind of at the end. It kind of did to me. I still thoroughly enjoy it. I'm thinking about doing a video kind of like saying, hey, let me look online and not necessarily respond, but let's talk about negative comments for Tokyo Revengers because I'm not someone that's going to defend it. If something's bad, I can see that it's bad, and I'm not going to argue with you or complain that someone else is complaining, but it's still going to be like, well, I still like it, and this is kind of why I still like it type of video. So I'm not going to go and just argue with people. But I do love to just see what other people think of the manga and then kind of just say, well, I agree because there's some parts in there that's kind of wishy-washy, but hey, I still like it. And I feel like if you like something, don't let anyone take that away from you. All right, next, I think y'all are really going to enjoy these. I got the first 2 omnibuses of One Piece. So that I've slowly been saying I want to collect One Piece or maybe not. Actually, I take that back. I didn't say I want to collect One Piece, but I did want to start getting them and kind of reading through them and seeing, will I actually like this series? And I have not read this yet. I'm actually going to read this soon. I don't know how soon, but I am going to read this soon and see if I actually enjoy it. And if so, I'll go ahead and get the rest. It's very, very difficult to get the box set, because what I was going to do is bite the bullet and just buy the first box set and then kind of go from there. But it's impossible to find that first box set with the TV show, not a reanimating it. There's a lot going on, so it's just not easy. This is easier, at least in my experience. Now, maybe in the end, maybe I want the box set because it comes with a little bit of extra stuff and then sell these or give these away. I don't know. We'll find that out when we get there. But to just get in the series, this is all I'm going to get. But I'm going to check it out and see if I like it. That's kind of my plan. Is I'll read these two, and as you see, it's the first 6 volumes, and then we'll decide. Okay, is this something worth collecting, or is it something to maybe just read to say I read it and kind of let it go? We'll see at some point. But yeah, One Piece. This one is probably, out of a lot of the manga I showed you today, this is one that I'm probably looking forward to the most, just because I do want to see if it has the impact on me the way I've seen it have on the impact on people across the world. I really just want to see that. I know I'm not expecting it to hit the exact same, but I'm hoping that I just find a good enjoyment out of it, if anything. All right, next, the final 3 volumes manga in this manga haul. I don't know which one to do first because they're all so special. We'll do this. The first or the second volume of the Attack on Titan Colossal Edition. I saw this actually I got this from Crunchyroll, but I saw maybe we'll do it like that. Yeah, we'll do it like that so you can see the spine like that. But I saw these at Barnes & Noble one time. It didn't even know at the time. I didn't even know it came in this. And I was like, I really have to have that. As someone who enjoys Attack on Titan, and I do have my gripes, as I've mentioned, I thoroughly enjoy the beginning. It's enough. I don't know. The first part to me was so good. Like the first couple of seasons were so good to me that it's worth just buying it, even if I haven't. I still get stuck on the latter half of season 3. And of course, I need to finish it because everybody says the ending. You can. Some people love it, some people hate it. But my point is, the beginning is so good that it's worth collecting. To be completely honest, even if I end up hating the rest, the beginning is just so good, and what it meant for me at the time it came out, it's worth it to me. To me, it's just worth it. All right, next we have Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 3. I mean, there's not much to say here. Berserk is Berserk. I just love, if anything to say about this, and I will probably say it every single time I get a Berserk volume in the collection, this is almost perfect as far as just the way it's put together, how it looks, the way it feels, the way the pages feel, how they constructed this book. It's almost flawless. I dare say flawless. And Hellsing looks pretty much very similar. I don't have Hellsing, but I haven't even read it. Don't even know enough about it to really be, should I collect it or not? If you think so, then let me know down in the comment section below. But it's kind of packaged like that, and I think it's red. But it's just beautiful when companies decide that's how they want to publish the book. And speaking of how they want to publish the book, this one, I've been waiting on this one for a minute, and I had to wait for it to come out. It wasn't that I couldn't find it. It just wasn't out yet. And as soon as I found out it was out, I went ahead and got it. That's kind of what led to a lot of this manga haul, because I went ahead and got this, and of course you just can't get one thing, and that is Vinland Saga. I love Vinland Saga. If you don't know, I've only seen the anime, but oh my god, it's so good. And I like that Nordic period of time, and I like reading about it. And the manga kind of takes that, embellishes it by 20, but it's still not too much to where it's okay, I can't watch this. It's still almost kind of like historical fiction, but adding, of course, just manga elements to keep the anime manga community involved and just entertained. It's just good. It's just the perfect blend of kind of things that I like as far as historical, and then also just what you should enjoy as a whole. But look at that spine. It's beautiful. And I'm actually going to do a video kind of reviewing this, just the setup itself and how it's put together. So I'll save like me cutting the plastic off for that. But I'm really looking forward. This is the only way I'm going to read it. Since I've seen the anime, this is the only way I'm going to read it. So I may just wait until all the volumes come out and then get them and then read it that way. And by then they may even have like a super deluxe or something. I don't know. We'll see. But really looking forward to just cracking this open and actually reading it. But anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you for supporting the channel. Thank you. Just leave a comment. Talk about your favorite manga. Talk about your manga hauls. Just thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough, honestly. Oh, and real quick, I want to show you these cool book page clips. Technically, they're not bookmarks, but these page clips I got also from I almost said Best Buy, Barnes & Noble. As you see, it's My Hero Academia. It comes with 4 actual like these big page clips, which I have a few of these. I have these like Naruto form, but then it comes like with these longer page clips that I don't have at all, so that's cool. Anyway, thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching even 1 second of one of my videos, and I hope to continue to bring you great talent, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.